let's start with the agenda of this today's session, and then let's proceed with the recap. So in the previous session we understood the importance of the relationship, and also in that we understood that what kind of relationships we are going to see, and also second thing we have seen that what kind of reasons are there for which we need relationship, like we have seen some kind of example of banking scenario and banking project, etc. Okay, all these things we have seen. Now here we are going to now talk about the next level in that assignment. If you see of the relationship, that is nothing but the lookup relationship. There was one point that is called as the hover scenario, and that's something which we have not seen. Hover scenario, that I'm going to show you, so you can work on that assignment as well. Okay, so let me talk about that and see here what actually we can see as a assignment of that scenario. So see here, point number one. So whenever you are going to work in the real-time project, then there are some scenarios where by taking the mouse cursor on a specific object, we can actually fetch the information. Like for example, the related object information we can fetch. Okay, and that object information is something which is going to help us. How it is going to help us and what is the use case for that? So let me just show you. Let me first of all go to Salesforce environment. It's a small step that you need to actually work on, and see now how we can actually do this. Just give 1 second. Let me log into Salesforce environment. So I log into Salesforce, and then after that let me go for the application which we are using, and the dice.com application. And now finally we'll proceed for this requirement and go to this, let's say student, and click on any record. Okay, so see, now on the student record there is one facility in Salesforce by which we can see the information or detail of the parent record by this way. See, take the mouse cursor on Harrison and see what's going to happen. So look at this. Okay, so this is something, a kind of a hover. This is called as hover. Taking the mouse cursor on that name is called as hover. Okay, you can see hover. So this is something, if you want this kind of facility, then what you need to do, go to this object that is teacher, and see now here by going to teacher, then open the record in detail page, and 1 minute, and go to the edit layout. So when you go for this page, then in this option, in this page you have a facility, and that facility is called as mini page layout. And if you see at the top, this name is present, mini page layout. Just click on that, and now you can decide what kind of columns you want to see if that hover happens. So for example, you can see now only teacher name and subject I want to show. Last modified by I don't want. Remove this and save. See what's going to happen. Okay, click on save. Okay, now after that you go to student and open any record, and now take the mouse cursor on the related parent record. C, teacher name and subject. Okay, so that is what the mini page layout scenario, hovering and giving the details without going to that record, you can achieve by this small change. Okay, so let me see now what is the next point before we move to the other topic. And just give 1 second. Okay, so now that is sufficient for us to go for the lookup relationship. Now it's time to go for the master data relationship. So understand now the scenario. I will talk about one of the previous project, and let me talk about that project scenario and see here what actually we are going to see. So why we need master data relationship? The master data relationship is nothing but the result, you can say, as a kind of result of drawbacks of lookup relationship. So there are some drawbacks in the lookup relationship. Because of that, you can prefer, or you will prefer in the project, the master detailed relationship. So what are the drawbacks and what are the scenarios for that? Let me show you. So go to any lookup relationship scenario and see drawback number 1. Click on new, and you can see here that the student name, or you can see for example student name, other fields are there. Now here the mentor teacher we have made mandatory in the lookup relationship. Now if you want to make it optional, that's also possible. Go to that field, and whatever we had in the previous session where we have made the check, so it's becoming mandatory, you can simply remove that and can become optional. Okay, so in short, there is a scenario by which the selection of connected object can be optional. It's possible. Point number 1. Next point number next second, here benefit is, so for example, now another scenario. So suppose for example, suppose here the student name is, let's say for example, Harry, and let's say teacher's name is, let's say for example, Larry. So in this case, suppose the record Harry got deleted, then in this case there are two options, either to allow, like whether to allow Larry to be deleted or not, and second thing, to decide whether allow and let the delete happen, like whether to allow or not to allow. Simple. But here, if suppose Larry record got deleted, then automatically delete the Harry record. Means the primary record deleted, then automatically delete the child record. That is something not possible in this case. That is in the lookup relationship. But in the master detail, it's possible. Your parent record is deleted, even the child is deleted. So such kind of strong dependency we can see in the master detail relationship. Okay. Next, let us see the next point. Now here, next point is, now another important thing. Before that, I will also do one thing. I will just make that object available, because I can side by side show you the benefits of this. So there was a project in the past we have done for one international staffing firm in USA, and for that project, whatever actually activity we have done, in that we have used the master data relationship significantly. So I'm going to do one thing to just make a replica of that project. I will just enable those objects here. So click on the plus sign, and then I'm going to add object. So there is one object in that staffing project we have used. So let's talk about one object, and that object is one, it is company, a third party staffing, company, and second is employee, or let's say worker. Okay, save. Okay, so now click on any kind of record. Let me show you what was the scenario and how we actually used that in the past. Let me show you one example for the same. So first of all, see here, you need to understand the reason behind this was a strong dependency requirement. In the master lookup relationship, the dependency is absolutely weak. In the master detail relationship, the dependency is very much strong. So what was the requirement is the strong dependency between these two objects. That's why you used the master detail relationship. Now let me tell you some examples. We wanted that if any, so we had company and worker. If any company record is deleted, we wanted all the worker records should be deleted. Second, we wanted no worker can be present in the database without any company. Strong dependency. That's why we came to master detail relationship. Okay, another important thing. So now see here one example. If you go to student and you open a student and teacher which are connected with each other, let's say here, let me open any record which has student or any teacher which has student. See, carefully understand now. Harrison is teacher, okay, and Larry is student. I'm going to open both the records. Pay attention. This one is important and interesting. Click on Harrison, that's open. Click on Larry, and now see what's going to happen. Another property of master detail. First of all, see here in the lookup relationship, you have here owner field for the student. Owner field is there, okay, and if you go for teacher, then also owner field is there. Fine. Okay, now do one thing. Go to company and worker and let me show you what is going to happen there. So go to company and worker and let me show you how the situation is present there. So what I will do now, first of all, I will create a strong relationship between company and worker. Okay, and from that you can just understand how the things are working. So just give 1 minute. I'm going to show you the relationship. By creating the relationship, I'm going to show you the scenario. So just give 1 second. There are some kind of already some activities are done in that object, I think from the previous batch. So let me remove everything and teach you from the scratch. Just wait. And automatically you will learn the benefit of master detail relationship. So just give 1 second. I'm just deleting any kind of records are there, and that's it. Then we will start from the scratch. I don't want to make any kind of jumping from the middle level. I want to do that from scratch, so I'm just teaching you from the scratch. Okay, so now see here the situation. First of all, here we are having two objects, company and worker. So this scenario we have done by master detail relationship. So click on worker, and here you need to understand same steps. So before we start implementing master detail in this object, first of all, let me tell you, we wanted the strong dependency. That's it. That is enough. That one line is enough for you to decide the master detail or lookup, but more details you will get in 5-10 minutes. Just wait. First of all, we wanted strong dependency. One small example: company record deleted. We wanted worker record also should be deleted. Okay, so what we did is this. So we actually here created the master data relationship. Go to worker, and let's create a new field. Okay, then click on new field. The steps are pretty much same. And by the way, if you see the rules here, if you see this rule that we already understood by for master lookup relationship, so whenever you are having any kind of plan to connect two objects, then you are going to decide by these 4 steps. Where is that? Steps for relationship. Okay, so in our case, the object is the student and teacher. In master detail relationship, the object is company and worker. Okay, now let's decide on which object you want to create the connecting field. Now you tell me by your previous knowledge, one company will have multiple employee scenario, or one employee or one worker will have multiple companies. So you just tell me that what is on the many side. So one side is what and many side is what? Company is one or worker is one? Yes, main. So here company is one. Very good. One company and many worker. Very good. One company will have many worker. So this is a one-to-many relationship. One company, many worker. Absolutely correct. Okay, fine. Now the second thing here we need to understand is, in this case, so who will be the, what is the secondary object? So company is secondary or worker is secondary? Company is secondary or worker is secondary? Yes, correct. So worker is secondary. Exactly same what we saw in the previous session. Okay, so there is no need of any confusion. Whatever we saw in the previous session, same we are doing. Okay, good. So you understood that the worker is a secondary because worker is for many side. Okay, now do one thing. Go to the worker object and create the field. So let me go for the worker object and create the field. Let's say master detail relationship, and then click on next. Then here we need to select the worker object should be connected with which object. So the worker object is connected with the company object. So let me select here company, C for company, company, and next. Okay, so here I'm going to just have here by default value whatever is coming, let it be, and click on next. And then click on next. And click on next. All the things are same, nothing new for you, and click on save. Now see the benefit we are getting of this. First of all, I will do one thing. I'll just add a couple of companies. I'll just add a couple of companies. Click on new. Maybe I will add IBM. So it's a very simple object, company. Here I have company name, and in the worker I have worker name, experience, and here company that actually we created. Simple. Okay, both objects are simple. Let me do one thing. Let me first of all add some companies, then only we can select company name, right? So let's say I'm going to add IBM, save and new. Then let me talk about, let's say, Facebook, save and new, and one more company, let's say for example Salesforce company. Okay, save. So now the requirement was in that project, the third party placement project. Whenever any candidate we are adding, then we are adding the name of the person, let's say Harry, experience, let's say 10 year, and where this guy is placed, where his placement is done. So let's say he got a job from our company means that project, let's say Facebook. Save. Okay, so this was the implementation we have done by master detail. But now I will tell you why we selected master detail. Click on worker and see now the benefits of master detail. Click on new. Now it is impossible for you to save the record without adding the company name. It is impossible. You cannot add that. You must mention the company name always. Okay, point number one. Second thing, now here, second thing, let me just show you how actually it is going to work in the second format. So the second format is here. Now I'm going to click on worker and let's say this worker belongs to which company. So this worker belongs to Facebook. Look at this, Facebook. Okay. So now I will do one thing. On one tab I will open the worker Harry. On other tab I will open the Facebook. Okay. So now assume that Facebook company is closed. So for example here, assume that Facebook company is closed. So click on delete and Facebook gone from the market. For example, the way Orkut have happened with Orkut, let's say it happened with Facebook. Now if you go for Harry and if you refresh this page, you will come to know even the Harry record is gone. This is not at all possible by lookup relationship. That's why in that project we used master detail relationship. These are the two reasons for which we have used master detail relationship. One more thing, one more interesting thing. Now let me do one thing. Let me add a worker. Now let me tell you the property of master detail. One more property. Worker name, let's say Peter, and experience whatever, and company, let's say Salesforce. Save. Now just look at this. I'm going to open Salesforce company in one side and then the Peter record other side. Please note, if you observe carefully, now here for the primary record company Salesforce, we have owner. Okay, but now if you go to the employee of that Peter, see what's going to happen. For Peter record, there is no owner field. This is third property of master detail relationship. Can you tell me why? Why there is no owner field? Why? It will never come. It will never come. So why? Why it will not come? A guess? Yes, very good. It is owned by parent. Good answer. Very good. So please note the control of master or the mechanism of master detail relationship in such a way that now the owner of this record Salesforce, let's say the owner of this record of Salesforce is, let's say, Shekhar. Okay, and owner of this record Peter is, now let's say for example someone like John is creating that record. So master data relationship said, wait. Now you're not the owner. Now Shekhar will be the owner because it's a master data relationship. So there is no meaning of putting your name, John. I'm removing that owner field. Shekhar is owner of the child record. Another important property of master detail relationship. Okay. Apart from that, there are some more properties, but let me do one thing. First of all, let me show you the complete picture about the master relationship and you will get the idea that in what cases you are going to select the master detail relationship. So understand this important thing. So this relationship is used when we need to connect two objects together in the strong bonding mode. Next, here dependency is in such a way that primary record controls secondary record. Third, primary record if deleted, secondary gets auto-deleted. This prime property is called as cascading delete. Next, this gives a roll-up summary feature which helps to get summary of child records. Now this is something we are going to see later. Don't worry about this. This is we are going to see in the next session. We can only create roll-up summary field on master detail relationship object. That is okay. That also we'll see in the next session. Roll-up summary field we are going to see later. Don't worry. And now roll-up summary field is only possible in master detail relationship. That's okay, fine. And one object can have maximum two master detail relationship. This is something I'm going to mention here, future topic. So you don't need to even read that. Simply neglect this line. You don't need to even read that. We are going to see later. Don't worry. So here, in one object, we can create maximum two master detail relationship fields. In one object, we can create up to 40 lookup relationship field. Okay. So these are all important things related to interview and certification. Remember that also. And now here, now this was the interview question asked in Puma, USA. If we delete parent record in master data relationship, what happens to child? Very simple. The answer is, you know very well, that child will be deleted. There is no reason of even writing. It's simple. But sometimes they will ask counter question, then what if undelete? So for example, if I undelete the parent record, then what will happen? So please note, you say in the interview, both will come back. If you are deleting parent, child is gone. If you are undeleting parent, child will be also back. Okay, so remember this interview question. Next. Now let me talk about the differences of this master data relationship, whatever we understood. And now here, these are the differences you need to remember. Lookup relationship versus master relationship. Lookup relationship is a loose binding. MDR is a strong binding. LR connection is optional. MDR connection is mandatory, means connecting to the parent record is mandatory. Next, LR, no impact on primary record deletion. So if you delete the primary record, no problem. MDR, impact happens of primary record deletion, where child record will be automatically deleted, called as cascading delete. We have seen that. Next, LR, owner field is present on child record. Here MDR, owner field is not present in child record. LR does not support role of summary, and MDR supports role of summary. As I said, role of summary you will come to know in the next session. Next, we can, and next is so next things are all related to role of summary that you will come to know in the next session, and this much is sufficient for today's session. So now let me tell you, let me check a couple of important things, how much clear you are. So can you tell me like 2 reasons why you will prefer using the master data relationship than lookup in the real-time projects? Any 2 reasons, any 2 strong reasons why you will use master detailed relationship? For what kind of business scenarios you will use master detailed relationship? Okay, very good. Strong bonding, that is one thing. That is one thing. Second reason. Second reason, everyone said almost same thing, strong bonding, etc. That is okay. Second reason, yes, the ownership will be given to the primary record. So if you have such kind of scenario, at that time you can use this, not a problem. Another thing you can see is cascading delete. That's also for fine. For cascading delete also, you can use this if you want that the primary record is actually here in this case. Let's say we delete the primary record and then you want the child record to be also deleted. In this case you can go for this. Okay, fine. Next question I would like to ask here, that the next question is that here, what is possible in master data relationship okay, so that is something you already answered in terms of role of summary, so that is okay. And let me see. And if I want child to be deleted if parent get deleted, yeah, that is your answer, that's fine. Okay, so now please note here in your assignment, except roll up summary, whatever topic is there, you can start working on that. And I'm going to tell you a couple of important instructions, so pay attention. First of all, in that assignment, did I give you any assignment document? Did I send you any assignment document on this? Yes, right? So, okay, in that document, you now work on only, I'll just see here. I'll just see here and I'll just tell you. So, just give 1 second. So, you can now work on this also, 4th number you can also work. And then is after that, here the master detail relationship, so you work on this also and this also, fine. Make the facility and company record, where we can see change the connected company, yes, fine. Yeah, reparenting is one thing which I'm going to tell you. Provide the field of company object by which we can see the number of employees. Okay. Provide a field on company object by which we can see the number of employees up to. Okay. Provide a field. No, you will not be able to do that. Wait, you will not be able to do this. So now here I will tell you the assignment. Don't work on the document because there are multiple things related to roll-up summary. So don't work on that. It's a half an hour session, so I cannot take more now. That's why I will like tell you here the assignment on mail. So do one thing. So you work on the assignment in email. Okay, in email and not in document. Wait for the next session. Okay. Second important thing, so this was today a 30-minute session because of the time change. So please note, anyone is not aware, it was a 30-minute session because of the time change. We did not took a full 1 hour session so that those who are not attending will not have a loss. Next, after that, third thing, please note now here, so as I was traveling and because of that reason, we had this session, okay, in the night time of India. So now please note here, tomorrow, that is Tuesday night of India, I will be traveling back to India. So that is the reason no session, no class. I will be traveling back to India. Next, now Wednesday, I will be reaching by afternoon time at home. So we will have Wednesday, the 8:10 p.m. I'm writing here p.m. IST class. And after that, from Thursday, our regular time. Okay, so please note this important thing. Regular time, that is 8:10 a.m. IST. The regular time will be continued. Okay, so everyone please note, tomorrow no class. After that we are going to have a Wednesday 8 p.m. Anyone is available, come to class. Anyone is not available, watch the video. And next, from Thursday we'll have a regular session, and this also will be as usual 30 minutes, so that anyone is not attending the class, those people will not have any kind of major loss. Okay, final thing, I have seen that couple of students mailed that not getting notes or not getting video, etc. I'm not sure what is the email issue happening. So you do one thing. So I'm going to do one activity. So do one thing here. So I'm going to tell you one link, and the link is here. I'm just going to tell you here. So everyone please note this link and understand this change which I'm doing, so that you can use this and see here. So what you can do is here. So I mostly send the video as usual by, let's say, 3 p.m. in the afternoon of India. But by some reason you are not getting the notes or video to do one thing, then use this URL, https tinyurl.com 8 am notes. You can easily remember also this URL, tinyurl 8 am notes. And now let me open the link. See, I'm going to open the link and see what's going to happen. So if I open this link, then you can see now the last session notes. You can see it's here. Last session notes, it's here. Okay, as this you can download also. I'm going to give you the download access also. You can download the document also, and that's it. So if you did not get any email, no problem, just open this URL and you will find the notes automatically present. So don't worry if you're not getting video or by some reason, some technical reason notes. Do one thing, after 3 p.m. in the afternoon, simply use this link. Okay, so the link is very much simple. You can type also right now, tinyurl.com, and I'm just going to paste here in the chat box so that you can just copy this link, and it's easy to remember also. That's why I made it easy like this, tinyurl.com/8am notes. That's it. Okay, so use this link here onwards after 3 p.m. India time afternoon. No need to even wait for my email, or no need to even mail me. Just open the document and it will be available. And wait, I will give the access of the document. Don't worry, I will give the access in some time, and you can see. Okay, maybe after 20 minutes you see that. Okay, I will give the access to everyone after 20 minutes. Okay guys, so let's meet now on Wednesday, and Wednesday night India time. Okay, so till then, whatever work is there, whatever assignments are there, please complete it. I'm signing off. See ya.